put on really quick. When you're in situations, the roads are changing really quick. You have to pretty well do everything under 30 minutes. When you go to these change stations, you'll have warnings on them. Police officers there monitor that people are not sleeping there, that you're stopping to put chains on and leave. When it comes to laws, the minimum is Colorado and Utah mountains. There are 4 singles on your drives. Recommendation would be getting 2 singles on your trailer. If it's really bad, then 4 singles. It depends if you're empty or half full, and then just 2 singles is fine. But the main thing about it is you could easily understand that I have a board here that I use to roll in the inside tire. Doing that, it lifts up the outside. You can put chains on easier, and there's a lot of quicker ways you can do it. I'm showing you the normal way that everybody should do it instead of driving over things like that. It's not your equipment, so you have to do it the way the directions are. When it comes down to the ends itself, you'll see what has to be on top and what has to be on the inside. It's the curl of the chain itself that you'll see has to be on the outside. If not, it damages the tire. And a single like this, you pretty well just take it off the rack one hook at a time. When you have these kind of chains, you'll see that when you lay them out, they have to be more than 9 rings. When you have these rings here, you'll count them and they have to be over 9. That way it's legal to be on the road. This one has weight. They're usually about 14. This is the key to tighten them. But the main thing about this is that you want to lift it up in the middle. You'll see these curves I was telling you about. This has to be on the outside. So with that, then the keys should be on the outside too. So you hold it this way. Once you have it centered where it's both touching the ground on both ends as a U shape, that's where you drape that over the tire. That's the only workout you'll get. Once you do that, you drape it over so both ends will be touching like that. And you'll see that these locks, these half circle locks, are on the outside, and these curls here are on the outside. They're out. Once you're done, and then you bring the chains in. I go as close as I can so there's no slack. That's about it. Once you have that, then you get a bungee cord. A bungee cord is very important to get because you have to reach between the tire itself. When you look at the inside chain itself, at the end you want to hook that. Once you hook that in here, you drag that in the inside. And you just tuck it in and push it forward so you can reach it. That's the hardship. Once you can pull it, then you have this inside chain. And I do counting 3. And the third one itself, I loop and I hook right onto that hook. And while you're holding the bungee cord itself taut, you can easily hook that. It's going to be snowing out, a lot of snow on the ground, but you got to really be patient. And you want to hook the bungee cord. Once you're done hooking the inside, you just pull this right where it's metal. It's all lined up. And you do the same on the outside is the same kind of method as doing the third. So that way you got a balance. You just mark your links by counting them. With these keys, you just go ahead and turn them very simple, just like this. And this will tighten them all. When you get to the last one, you'll use the other elbow. It's got 2 keys on it. When they get tighter, you'll have to use that for leverage. And you'll see, it's only one way. That's all you tighten these. And get you back on the road again. These are really quick. You have to do it in 30 minutes. And you do 4 of these singles. That's how it looks like when it's on. Okay, let me show you how to take these off now. Once you get to an area where you can take them off, you'll come down, and normally you'll have, by law, is 4 of these singles on your drives. And you'll have 4 in the back if you have to, but it's mainly doing your walk around, and it's just doing everything exactly the opposite. And you have to release all these keys. Once you're loose enough, you can go ahead and do it with your hand. They're pretty easy to come around, and then you're pretty well unhooking what you just did. Once you unhook that, then you go around and you reach and unhook the inside. And then, I forgot to show you, slide this over when you're doing the inside work and release all the tension and slack. That's important. And then with that, you can easily unhook this. And you'll be knee deep in snow doing all this. Usually it's at nighttime too. So having lights and all that, I'll do some filming on that. Usually it's quick and go. But I'll put the camera on. I hope you guys like this 4K headset I have. Give you some more interest in what I do out here. Once you have it, I usually drag them. We're 2 at a time behind me. I get over to this area here. Once you realize I hang the keys down, the hooks are in the front. I hook it up that way. To hang it on a rack, right, is getting to the corner hook and make sure the keys are on the bottom. And you would go ahead and hook this to any of the links. Once you have that, then go ahead and put it on the first pole. And then you stretch it really tight and go to the next one. And you'll keep doing that all the way to the end. And I push them all down. I got 8 brand new singles, 2 spares, and 2 doubles. That's how that works. And then you have a good tight rack where all of them are lined up. DOTs like to see this all racked up this way. The other ones, they just hang and slop and get droopy. But this will stay like this all year round. And eventually you'll paint them black. I usually just buy some spray paint and keep spray painting them. You'll see the layers of it. But when they're brand new, it's nice. But you have to keep maintaining because this actually saves your life. It keeps you to understand how anything happens out here. And these chains will get you to a safe haven. That's the whole trick about this one. So this board is easier. You just lay that on the inside of the tire and roll on that. Just drive right on it. And I have it just enough where both tires are on this. And it lifts it up so that I can do one side at a time. That's the old man's way. It's easier when you're on snow, and it's quick and fast when you do 2 at a time, but you're jumping back in the truck. You can see where you could be out here through the whole time, get them all hooked up and go back in. But doing the way I showed you, you can see how tight they are. And you can go around and you'll realize that what you did was fine. You didn't have to go back and recheck it. And that's the quickest way you can get back on the road. time to put some chains on. Right now, we got a crash and bail path. And I gotta get over this chain law effect is on through the tunnel. And once I get through the tunnel, I gotta crash and bail. I got snow coming down pretty good. Alright, time to go. We're looking good here.
might check someone. The code trip app says it's at 175. Appreciate it. My damn backside of my mic came off. So what the hell we got going on up here? What the hell done happened? Is it a tractor trailer or is it a car? What is it at? 18-wheeler accident or a car accident? Or did somebody slide on the side of the mountain? The renters on their back coming up the shoulder. 10-4. Might be sitting here for a while. I'm going to be able to get back going again when it does break free.
Looks like they closed the road at Vale. I gotta get the ice off the headlights, I can't see. like.
Try to put mine on. Because the longer we sit here, the worse it's going to get. Yep, it's tilting. Not far from the top, are we? Yeah, one more time. Not far from the top of this hill, are we? We still got a little bit more to go. Man, westbound, coming up the side on the right hand.
We're moving.
Just flying up with that tow truck from out here. I guess he's going down there to maybe pick up something.
Okay, copy that. Yeah, we'll move forward, stay on the rumble strips.
Anybody got it on? West of the 190. Just checking in real quick. We moving or not up there?
We just shuffled a little bit. A couple of them left the spot.
I don't know. He's probably trying to make it to the rest area. correctly? Is what some people say?
No, some people are kicking out, so we're just shuffling up. The tow truck guy went out. We have a four-wheeler leaving too.
Okay. Here you want to put these cleats on your feet. It's very important to do that. And gloves are these rubber kind of gloves. It's a sloppy mess. You want to make sure that come out and get your chains. I was on the road there. They just opened it for us to get on the top. So you gotta pretty well grab your chains and get them laid out on all these tires. The law here is 4 singles with if you have broken chains, you pretty well have to count 9 strands. But it's been frozen a little bit. It's about 19 degrees out, so you gotta break them up a little bit. The curves have to be up, and the locks to tighten them have to be out. Once that's done, you grab them in the middle and make sure both ends are even. Drape them over the tires. Try to stay out of everybody's way. Try to get good parking. If you're at chain up areas, they only give you half an hour to get all this done. This one's a big grade going down. They just had a wreck down there. It caused a big accident on both ends. They just opened eastbound. Westbound, we were closed for a couple hours. And they had everything fine. And then when they opened it, they just put the chain law in effect. So I got to the top. Now before you get down, you gotta get them on. When you stay for a couple hours, you regret it because you think the snow plows will be in the front. I got them in the front here, they're just moving now. Once I get them on, I'll be behind them. Right now we got light flurries. It was heavy snow. A lot of these chains are frozen. You just gotta lift them up and slam them down. And make sure the curls are always on the outside. It'll damage the tire. Once I'm up here, I'm not really timed for the half an hour, so I'll try to do a good job here. Make sure they're alright. Same old stuff. You hook up the ends with the bungee cord and bring it in. Problem I see is that the chains are all frozen. I went through a lot of freezing rain just getting up here to Denver, and then now I gotta go to Utah. Wyoming shut down, 80's closed all the way across, and here the roads will be open at 6 in the morning. So after I got done Denver, I went ahead and went as far as I could until the road shut down. That's how you pretty well do it. You run the storms that way. And once you run the storms that way, you can pretty well see that you try to get to the line, and then that'll be the first open. And then you can get through there and get to your appointments. I took the third one. it's supposed to be about 7 degrees. The wind's supposed to really kick up about 50-mile-an-hour winds. So I want to really be in the head of that. It's going south to north. Because these chains are pretty well frozen. Got some more snowplows coming by. But it's a big fine if you don't get these things on. You gotta really watch that. Call the numbers, look on the signs. If you're stuck everywhere, you pretty well gotta keep informed. These skis won't go in because the ice is built up. But everybody's going home. Let's see how this is. That looks good. Yeah. Oh, let's see what the next one is. I should go marked. They're going pretty slow. By the time I'm done, I'll catch up to them. But that's how it works. Everybody goes slow now. Find which side is better. This one, the mud flaps is full of snow. So you gotta really push that stuff away. So I'm going to try to do the third one again. Alright. Good damage there doing that. They go too fast. You can see the mud flappers ripped off. Alright. At least they got some kind of bite. Alright, big tug and always gives me another bite. Why you need rubber gloves on. But I put on number 3. Sometimes I can get on it. When we're locking first. Come back on it. Let's tie this thing. Sounds different with all our big movers. But you have to really dress for this kind of weather. Now listen to that. You didn't put those chains on right. Okay, I gotta have room to be going forward. it'll tighten them a little better. I'm pretty well empty on the back. I'm only half full. I dropped half of it in Denver. So your ABS will keep on pumping. So yeah, when you lock it up, you got ABS that's neat. Put on trailers is much different. It's good to slam all this down to get rid of all the ice. And hook this. You see what's up. Make sure that that's curled on the top. Full of ice. Make sure they're draped even. Trailers are easier than drives because of the knobs on it that stop the chain sliding around. But definitely it's the same procedure. It's sliding the chain through. And then that way you can see what it is now. What we do in wintertime. You pull too hard. This one here, I'm going the third one. It's all about pulling it back up. It's like doubles, you gotta do that. But the wind's not kicking up yet. About 19, 17 or something. Pretty cold out. But this should keep you warm doing this stuff. Sure, everything's fine. These are new chains. It looks cold, it probably is, but you gotta wear thermals. If you can wear polypropylenes, that's actually better. Mickey Mouse boots. When I went to Norway, I had to do that. Do the Mickey Mouse boots and polypropylenes, Gore-Tex. All of a sudden you're venting and sweating. You see how great it works when it's about 50 below zero. We're out here. What catches you off guard out here is the wind. It'll be a nice day, even if it's zero out. Once the wind blows, then that takes all the fun out. Usually, when I'm out here working like this, a lot of them need help. They ask, how would you do it? And I've been doing this for years. So they think I got them on the ball, but I gotta get going. And all of a sudden I gotta be a teacher out here. I try to be nice, but they don't even know what to do, and it ends up in the middle of the road. And then we ride over it, and they're in the ditch somewhere because they didn't know the chains fell off, and they slid right off the road. What? This is in February. This is how it is up here in the Rocky Mountains in February. And this is Vail. So we're pretty high up, about 8,000 plus. Everything's pretty well frozen. But these are for the guys and ladies that really don't like factory work. It's different. So it's like a police officer work, a fireman. All of a sudden you got to change your position from a driver to putting chains on. But I tell you, safety first. It feels good when you get it all on. And you look at others that don't, and they just need to spend some time and get it done. This one here, I got a little bit of a curl here. But this one here looks like I can tighten this one. Make it really tight. I gotta drive and move it a little bit. Yeah, that's really tight. I don't think I need to come back to that tire. But I gotta pick up my mess here. Yeah, looks like I lost the hook. Hell, let's do something. Oh, there it is. Alright, where was I? I'll do the next one. Here's one that gets some snow wearing. See where the curl's at. It's a pretty messy job. But this is the hard part, is getting the snow out of the way. Get yourself into snow. Alright, now, main thing now is I'm just making sure these keys aren't frozen. And you gotta get all the snow out of the way. Try to find yourself in here. Try to get the first one hooked. Once you do, you just start yanking. Get them all set up. Now we're trying to get to the third one. are chaining up and we are chaining down. We're taking everything down. And again, it's the same thing, 30 minutes, gotta get out of here. If not, everybody starts complaining. A lot of these are loose already. I was going about 15 miles an hour. And doing that, you'll see that it doesn't really wear it down. If you get up to about 25, it was knee-deep snow, and you'll get some of that. But usually they loosen up, so you can just turn them by hand. You see some guys that still got their chains on. Looks like it's dangerous, but I had to double check to make sure that we can take them off. But you've done it where you're not supposed to do it at a certain mile marker. Once you take these off, you swing them around. Things like that. And that way when you go forward, and you just go ahead and pick them up. A lot of these are pretty loose. I'm going to invest in those rubber band orange ties here in the middle. Next time I do this, we'll have that, and I'll show you how that works. That's all about unhooking. Swing it around to the front, and that way you can drive over it. Well, it's busy out here. If you don't like working at factories and all that, at least you can see what you can do if you like bundling up, putting your knee or your butt in the snow. But it's alright. We got about 4 more weeks till March. Well, we'll see. So far, no damages. You see it cleans up a little bit. It gets all the rust off. But it saves your life. You go really slow, but 15 miles an hour, there's nothing. They'll get me to Utah. But they were getting 17 inches of snow. Right now we got about 3, so I got out of it. I'm in the front of it. Picked up a lot of snow. But it's supposed to be about 7 degrees, about 50 mile an hour winds, about 17 inches. And I'm on the west side of the mountains now in Vail on 70. And with that, then we'll go ahead and take 70 all the way over to Green River there. And then I take 6 right through Soldier Summit. That cuts that corner, gets on 15 right into Salt Lake City. Got some soldiers in front of us, so the road should be good when we get out of here. But this is all about unhooking and draping them to the side. Once you do that, it's all about moving it forward. I already did the other drives. You gotta watch yourself with the snow on the road. You don't know where the lines are at. This guy here's got a record pulling it off. They're pretty busy today. But all that for 30 miles. The main thing is driving forward and see how far I got. Looks like I did good. And just moving forward, and you gotta pick up your mess. These are really easy to do. You look for the hooks, and you make sure that the keys are down. And when they're down, then you grab the hook on the opposite corner of the keys, and you hook it into the loop. And right away, you would hook it up to your first eyelet. And then from there, you just gotta pull and stretch it all out. Nice and tight. That way you can get it right on the rack. Nice and tight, you don't have to go back to it. You see where the keys are at the bottom, so you just grab the hook and hook it one of the keys so you got a nice loop. And that's your starter there. That's the trick, having a tight rack. Everybody else just hangs this all drooping, and eventually a lot of them go and drag on the road too. But it's nice and tight, looks really good. The DOTs can really see your rack and see that, and count them and all that. It's all about cleaning up the mess. There's Shamrock, he's got doubles. And they took the backs off, but still, they gotta make sure they get them back. But having a dolly in the back, that's dangerous. But main thing about it is you really have to judge the trailers if you want to put 4 singles on the trailer, which I do recommend because of ABS. Because if you just put them on the front like I did and not the back, I did it for weight reasons. But if you lose traction, the fronts will grab and the backs will be pumping really fast and you'll lose air. So when you're driving for a long time, and it does slide around Wyoming, so you have to do the whole state, which many times you do when it's snowing all the way across and they got it open. But you want to do them all because once they lock and slide, if you have chains on it, then the ABS will react. And then it'll start pumping, it'll lock up on the back, so it'll start pumping so it won't lock. And then you'll realize you're running out of air. That's a big wake-up call. That's the problems where I have with the Caterpillars, where you set your jake brake on number 3 and the engine fan turns on. Well, when it's about 20 below zero and you're going down the mountain, even this one where it gets cold, the engine fan's on, you got to put it on number 2 so it shuts off. If not, you got to reprogram it on the computer, but you can see the hassles. I've learned the hard way where you look at the temperature and you're freezing up because you have the engine fan on. Because jake brakes, sometimes you need that with the Caterpillars especially. All I do is look for the hook. Everything else is heavy, so you try to really look for the hook and grab that corner. It's all about dragging on the ground. But these chains are just what it is. Really good durable chains. You won't be able to break them. It's all about going too fast and wearing it on the road. Once they get flat, and then that's where you get brake marks. But these rails, the slots that go sideways on the road, you should have 9 of them. They do break, but they gotta be spaced apart. But with me, I just buy new ones and keep going with it. It's looking good. Alright, now it's all set up. Now my chains are off. Rack looks good. Roll them down a little bit. This is my spare trailer, so I don't have my ladder or my board. But getting airbags done on that trailer and the reefer serviced, that'd be good. Alright, we're gonna hit the road now. This is Vail right on the bottom end. So it's a lot of going down. But we'll see. We got a lot of ice on the headlights, so I'll make sure I clear that up. It's a good truck.